Hey, it's MK, and I am back with another 31 days of cut files for you guys, and I am still on week 3's cut files, which is documenting, and today my cut file says, here's the story, and I thought it was absolutely perfect for this little 4x6 panel that I have. It's like a pocket page. It's from Close to My Heart. I don't know why I'm moving in slow motion. Maybe I was just moving slow so I didn't rip my title getting out of the pocket page. I don't know. Does it seem like I'm moving slow? Anyways, I've got this tree ring round that came from the November Advent calendar, or I should say December Advent calendar, but it was sold in November. From Scrap and Happy Studio, I have these new epoxy flares that are these hike words. I loved them. And then I have a bunch of little things, 49 and Market, acetate, leaves, and everything just stuck in this little packaging. And then these are my photos, which is of a hike that we took in July, you guys. So I live next to a national, would you call it a forest? I think it is. I think it's called a forest. I live next to a national forest. It's only about a 30-minute drive away, maybe even less, depending on traffic, which, haha, we have no traffic, like seriously. And you have to wait. Like, snow stays up there forever. But there are a couple hiking trails that we absolutely love to take while we go up in the canyon. And it's gorgeous up there. But you have to wait until almost mid-July, maybe even late July, before all the snow melts, or you can't see the trails. And that was basically my here's the story, is we decided to take a different trail than what we normally do. Normally we take a trail that takes us up to Dollar Lake, and then we go past Dollar Lake and go up to Liberty Lake. And then we have a picnic and we do a little bit of fishing, and then we hike back down, right? And because we're such a large family, we don't just hurry up and get there and then come back. We actually like take our time on this trail. We've got other people just passing us like 50 miles an hour on the freeway type passing us. But for us, it's more about getting there as much as it is being there. And some of the guys that take the trail, actually, it's just for exercise. They go up, they go back down, they go home, right? And that's all it is for them. So we decided that we were going to take a different trail, which is actually meant for horseback riding. It's called the Horse Trail. I know, ingenious, right? And we thought, you know what? It'll be fine. The snow is pretty much gone where we were parked. And, it'll be fine. It really will. And the coolest part about this trail is that the steps and everything was all made out of stone. And I don't know if I can't really say if it was natural or not, but it was just a very gorgeous trail to be on. But it is meant for horses, so some of the stuff along the way is a little bit on the skinny side, and oh my gosh, kind of hold your footing and whatnot. Well, then the higher up that we went, we got to about 9,000 feet and in elevation, and all of a sudden we hit snow. And we thought, oh, no big deal. I can see the trail on the other side of this little snow patch. Not a big deal. And we just kept going. Well, then all of a sudden, the entire area was covered in snow. And we just kept walking. And as long as we went up, we should reach our destination, right? Which is a different lake that we haven't been to yet with the kids. So we thought that we would give it a try. But then we lost the trail. We completely got lost. We completely went out of our way. We stopped for a heartbeat and started looking around, trying to get our bearings. The thing is this is a new trail for us. We've never been on this trail. We don't know it like we do the other trail. The other trail has obvious sightings and things like that we are aware of because we take our time getting up there. So we have mile markers that are known to us because we don't just go up and come back down, right? We stop and we look at the carving in a tree. We notice that this tree is downed and, check out all the roots and things like that. And when I say downed, it probably came down from an avalanche or something that does happen because it just gets a ton of snow during the winter. These mountains get a ton of snow during the winter. And so it's just the weight of it, not the noise of it, but the weight of it just causes a slide, basically. It's not really an avalanche. They call it an avalanche, but it's not really an avalanche when it's just a snow slide because of the weight of all of this snow, and the heat of the rocks actually melts the underside before it melts the top, and then that's what causes it to slide. It's actually pretty cool. And they've got a whole thing on it, especially if you go up there to during the winter. A lot of people like to take their snowmobiles, and you have to take the winter course in order to understand the movement of the snow before you have an okay to get through the gate to go and do the sledding of the things, right? So it's actually pretty cool that there is awareness and everything. Everybody has to have a like a balloon vest. I don't know exactly what it's called, that has a little beacon on it in case they do get trapped in an avalanche or they cause an avalanche because of the pipes on their snowmobiles, things like that. So it's really cool. It really is. And there's been a couple search and rescues up there over the years, and I mean years, but not very often, right? Because they are the National Forestry, does try to do the awareness classes and whatnot before you have permission to go up there. You have to show your license that you took or certificate that you took this class in order to go up there during the winter. There is always someone down below, making sure that everyone that goes up there has had this class, before he'll even let you through the gate, right? It's really super cool. But like I said, here it is mid-July. The Forestry Service, it's a hike at your own risk type of thing. And like I said, we decided that we were going to take a completely different trail than what we were used to. But where we were at 5,000 feet, 54,000 feet, or 5,400 feet, sorry, there was no snow. You could see it way up in the peaks of the mountains, but where we were, there was no snow. So we thought we were good. We thought we were okay to go and whatnot. And like I said, we ended up to where we lost our trail, right? And so the kids kind of hung out right here. And my husband went up a little bit higher to go see if he could find some markers of a trail of some sort. And I went down below to go see if there was anything. Maybe we went up too high, up too low, something like that. And so we basically stopped right here and called it a day. Like, nope, we better go back. We can still see where we came from because we can see our tracks. We'll just follow our tracks back down. And I guess the best part about this was nobody else was behind us. Nobody else was rushing past us just to hurry up and get there, to hurry up and go back and be done with their exercise, right? There was nobody else along the trail like there usually is on the foot trail, right? So we are going to take this trail again eventually. But for right now, this is kind of where our story stops. We didn't make it to our destination, which is another lake, and I'll have to look up to see what lake that is. Yeah, I think it's Island Lake. Anyways, I'll have to go and look at it. It's really cool too because at the bottom of where you park and where the trails all start, there's a map, and it tells you, okay, this trail takes you over here, and it's about 2.5 hours to get there. By the layman's term, right? Unless you're there for exercise and it only takes half an hour to get there and half an hour to get back, right? Because you're racing up the hill. And then this is the horse trail. It takes about an hour and a half on a horse, but it doesn't tell you foot because they don't recommend you to go on foot. It is not well traveled by feet, because when a horse steps down, it kind of digs into the ground and causes a little divot. So it doesn't have the foot traffic that, that the other paths have caused by trampling of the feet, right? So yeah, it just basically has, hour and a half on horseback, right? So we were thinking maybe 2-3 hours to get there, enjoy the scenery, and then 2 or 3 hours to come back. Not a big deal. But of course we lost the trail and wasn't able to make it. So yeah, this is as far as we did. One of the things that my kids absolutely love about when we do accidentally, and we say accident because it's not on purpose that we try to go up there and hike in the snow, but when we do accidentally end up stopped because of the snow, my kids always like to say that they get to have snowball fights in July. Who does that? right? So that's one of our favorite things too, is making snow angels and having snowball fights in the middle of July. Yeah, it's super fun. We always make lemonade out of, lemons, right? So anyways, it was still super fun to get the kids out there and go for the hike, just to go check and see what's up there. So I do end up making decorations on the back of this layout as well. So it does end up getting two different titles. One says absolutely amazing because I think it is absolutely amazing. Walking up the mountain and then playing in snow. It brings my childlike joy back out. It really does. It's super fun. And, you're in t-shirt and jeans and you're playing in the snow. That is just fascinating. I also decided to take a cluster and have it go a little bit off of the upper side of my pocket page. I love having that too, having these little tiny things peek out above my album. It just kind of tells the reader when they pick up an album that there's so much in here, and a couple pages have things peeking out that it's bursting with, with sights to see type of stuff. So I did do that, but because of the fact that I needed to cover up, I have one side showing up, I had to cover up the other side. And these acetate butterflies are absolutely perfect for things like that, because then you can not only see the front, but you can see the back of them as well. And it adds to what you've got peeking out the top of your page protector. All right, you guys. So that is what I have for you guys today. That was my story as well, because I thought that it was absolutely the perfect cut file to tell our story, right? So of course I probably won't be, writing this down on anything because, guys, me, I don't save spots for journaling on my layouts. So I'll probably end up making this video into a QR code. So that way I am able to, tell the story, and people can just click and listen if they want to. It might just be an audio rather than show the whole video and then the process of making the layout. All right, you guys, don't forget to check out the link down below for the Facebook group for 31 Days of Cut Files to go see what everyone else is doing with their cut files this year. Also, too, we have Janet Fritz playing along. She is my partner in crime when it comes to 31 Days of Cut Files. So don't forget to check out her channel, which is Galaxy Girl Creations here on YouTube, to see how she is using her Here's the Story cut file for today. And I will check you guys all later. Thanks. Bye.